New tonight, more than 500 union employees at Washington local schools have been working without a new contract since July. And this week, negotiations are virtually stalled, creating a scenario where a strike could happen. Steve Iwanicki spoke with a union representative today. So, Steve, what have been the sticking points, we should say?
Yeah, well, Jeff, the union rep I talked to told me that the sticking points are related to base pay and health care. Now, this is a fight that the union says they are willing to have, even if it means voting for a strike to get it. 114 days. That's how long 502 Washington local schools union members have worked without a new contract.
It's just unacceptable at this point.
Jeff Christophers is an elementary teacher at Monac Elementary and is the spokesperson for the Teachers Association for Washington local schools. He says after another mediation session with the district on Monday, a deal is still far away.
We realized within 45 minutes of that discussion it wasn't going to, and as a result, unfortunately, we've had to move on and away from mediation and move towards fact-finding.
Fact-finding is when a neutral panel is selected to evaluate and create a final proposal for two sides to vote on. But Christophers is not confident that this will find the answer they want.
If we weren't willing to accept the latest proposal by administration and fact-finding comes in and they find some happy medium there, I'm not really sure how our union is going to feel about the idea of passing that, since it will probably be to a lesser degree than the original proposal we had on the plate.
Christopher says the primary snag in reaching a deal are in negotiations over pay and health care. For example, the pay for an entry-level teacher with a bachelor's degree and no experience is about $41,000, something he says the district needs to boost.
What we've wanted to do is we've wanted to get ourselves from that 8th position, 7th position in health care and base pay and move ourselves up relative to other districts.
But so far, that hasn't been agreed to. Now a strike is on the table. It'd be the first one for the district since 1984 if it happens, and that decision could happen even before fact-finding is over.
We can do the vote of confidence as soon as this week, and it's quite a possibility that we'll do that.
We reached out to the district for comment, who shared in part, quote, "This is a difficult process for all parties. Our contract agreement must walk a tightrope of compensating our incredible teachers fairly while ensuring that any agreement is sustainable for the future provision of education services to students and is fiscally responsible to the community. We are hopeful that fact-finding will help us reach a successful resolution and agreement." Christopher says the fight for a deal has been frustrating, but in the end, he says the union will do what they must for the students.
We're fighting for them. I mean, it's a simple answer. That everything we're doing is we're modeling for our students on a daily basis. Everything we do in class is modeling for our students as if they're our own. Our parents, our community members want us treating those children as if they're our own.
Now, we reached out to the Board of Education members tonight and they declined to comment. Christophers told me that the fact-finding process typically takes about 2 to 3 weeks to play out, but tomorrow night the union will be gathering to discuss their future plans. Reporting in West Toledo, Steve Iwanicki, WTOL 11.